Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I hooked up with her fiance and ruined her engagement even though she took him back? I, 19 female, come from a super religious family where everyone marries fast through matchmakers. I'm the black sheep because I left the religion and started dating casually. My sister Marie, 25 female, is the family favorite. Beautiful, smart, outgoing, but she struggled to find a husband. After a string of failed matches, she finally got engaged last month to Christopher, 30 male. Everyone was relieved because she's been trying for so long. I was happy for her until I met the fiancé. Christopher and I hooked up last year. Holy shit. Wait. 30 male, 19 female. We woo chat. Hey man, you're 30 years old. You should not be hooking up with someone who just got done with high school. But isn't that so on brand for this super religious? I'm not even that surprised, bro. For context, the age gap between us isn't the issue, so please don't bring it up. No. We are bringing that up, girl. You can't drop a bomb like that and expect me to be like, oh, I'll just ignore that. We met at a party, and despite being religious, he's divorced and didn't seem concerned about staying pure. We hooked up 5 times. He was my first everything. Kiss, hookup, all of it. After the 5th time, he said he was falling for me, but I wasn't looking for anything serious, so I ended things before it got too complicated, especially because I knew he wanted to eventually get remarried, and I was not the girl for that. We hadn't seen each other since, until Marie brought him home as her fiancé. The second we locked eyes, I knew what we were both thinking. Oh, later that night, Christopher pulled me aside, begging me not to tell Marie. He said it meant nothing. It was in the past, and telling her would only ruin her happiness. He texted and called me for a week, saying how much Marie had been through and how I'd destroy her life if I told her. I kept my mouth shut at first. I didn't want to hurt her, but the guilt was eating me alive. Like I was watching her walk into a disaster. I felt like she deserved to know, so I told her. At first, Marie didn't believe me. She said I was trying to sabotage her happiness because I couldn't stand being single. I had to show her the texts and photos to prove it. When she finally accepted the truth, she lost it. She confronted Christopher, and he denied everything, until she shoved the evidence in his face. I mean, girl, come on. Like, if him hooking up with a 19-year-old isn't the reddest flag you've ever seen in your entire life, this absolutely is. Marie called off the engagement. That's when things really hit the fan. My parents and some relatives told me I should have kept quiet. They said I'd ruined Marie's one shot at happiness and called me selfish for interfering. Now I'm not even invited to the wedding. Yep, they got back together, but I'll get to that. It gets worse. While Marie and Christopher were dating, he randomly called me saying he wanted to reconnect. He was rather vague, but it was obviously a booty call. I didn't know he was dating at the time and definitely didn't know he was dating my sister. I let him down firmly and didn't engage because I had no interest. After telling Marie about our hookup, I mentioned this call because I thought she should know he wasn't as faithful while they were dating as she thought he was. But that backfired spectacularly. Marie accused me of making up lies to tear them apart. Christopher denied everything and said I was obsessed with him. Marie sided with him and called me, quote, a desperate home-wrecking. Since I deleted my call history, I had no proof. It became a he said, she said situation, and Marie believed him. I mean, girl, that's just on Marie. Like, if Marie's that stupid, hey, let's refer back to this part right here where you confronted him and he lied to you. At this point, Marie is digging her own grave. Now Marie and Christopher are back together and they're getting married. She showed up at my apartment a few weeks after the fight, crying. Apparently, Christopher convinced her that what happened between us was just a meaningless mistake and that it made him realize how much he wanted to be with her. I tried to explain that he had told me he was falling for me, not to make it seem like he still liked me, just to show her he's lying to her about what he felt for me. But she got angrier and called me a jealous liar and some other pretty names I won't repeat before storming out. Now I'm completely cut off from family events. My parents say I've caused enough damage, and extended family members are calling me a both behind my back and to my face. Every attempt I've made to explain myself has been shut down. So yeah, they're getting married anyway, and here I am wondering if I just blew up her engagement for nothing. Should I have just stayed quiet? Did I do the right thing, or did I just ruin my relationship with my family for no reason? I mean, this might be a thing for me to say, but if there's any family to ruin a relationship with, it would be this one. Easy is not the a-hole I've ever read. She's literally getting punished right now because she just wanted to do the right thing, which was tell her sister that the man she's marrying is lying to her. And hey, if she wants to be dumb about it, that's on her, sis. If anything, use this as an excuse to get away from your absolutely bad family.